Hey guys, what is going on? This is JackTech45, and today I have the American Tier 9 Heavy, the M103, and this is going to be a replay slash review. I'm not going to actually do a full review on this tank because, honestly, I didn't really enjoy it that much. Now, in practice, it should be a pretty good tank. It's got a really nice gun, even stock. This is not the top gun, but I'm using the gun right below it. 242 pen, 400 damage, and it's 120. And it also has 340 pen in its heat rounds, but I didn't actually use any heat rounds in this tank because you don't really need them. As you can see, the gun is the not the top gun, the second gun, but I still did fine. I still did fine in this tank, and I averaged about 2,000 damage in it. I mean, it's not amazing, but at the same time, it's okay. The problem with this tank, though, is honestly, it's amazing at snapshots, but the problem is that big, massive cupola on the top right there. I mean, this turret, just for example, I was shooting at it with a T-54 without heat, and the T-54 without heat has 200 millimeters of pen, and I penned it 3 times in a row yesterday. So, you know, I finally got the E5, and I'm excited to see how that thing plays. This M103 has no idea what he's doing, and that is a weak spot if you guys didn't know about the M103. Basically all of the American heavies, E3, E4, those tank destroyers as well, with the egg-shaped hole, if you shoot right in the little hooks on the tanks, it will normally go through. But this was a pretty good game, actually, in my M103. I did have a few good games in it, but honestly, it's just kind of meh. The whole tank was just kind of meh for me. The tank next to me, the T-32, I love that tank, and so far I've been enjoying the E5. It has the same problem, though. It's got that big, huge weak spot on the top of the tank, and it's really, really hard to hide if you're trying to go hold down like this. And that Tiger 2 has the stock turret, and I feel kind of bad for him. But this gun got great DPM, 9.6 second reload on a 400 alpha gun. I mean, it's great. It's a great gun. I've already done 2,400 damage in it, and it's only 2 minutes into the game. So I mean, this is a tier 10 match. This tank does do pretty well if you don't get focused. If no one even shoots at you, then you're good. Also, if they shoot your turret cheeks, you're good. But if they realize that, hey, wait a minute, this guy has a massive tumor on top of his tank, and you can just pen it with 200, well, not even 200, it's probably like 150 pen, to be completely honest, then you're good. And the T-32 pens me, of course, and now I have a Waffentrager in front of me. But, I mean, if you get this tank in the right spot, 3.5k damage in no time. I mean, it really is. The gun is great. You really do have to play it pretty cautiously, though. You kind of have to play it, poke in, poke out, get shots off. Honestly, I would much rather play a tier 9 medium than this thing. It just kind of feels like a slow medium, really. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like it that much for some reason. And I mean, the gun's great. The gun's great. I definitely ground through it fast. I didn't actually unlock the top gun, so maybe with the top gun it would be better. Make sure to leave your opinion down in the comment section below. I would assume that it would be a little bit better, but it wouldn't be noticeable. And this is the kind of game that every once in a while you get in the M103. You just kind of go up to a ridge, nobody really fires at you other than the artillery, and your armor isn't really necessary, and you're able to kill everything, pretty much. And of course, I think I get some revenge versus this artillery as well. So, 4 kills, 4k damage. I mean, there's nothing really more to this replay. It's kind of simple. And I was kind of surprised that I got my mastery badge on this one. But honestly, this tank is just kind of meh for me. I don't know. I think I would like the E5 better. But there's just, you know, better tier 9s. I think better tier 9 heavies. STI, even though it's dead, I might like a little better. But if you want an Peekabo kind of tank at tier 9, and if you don't want to go for the E5 yet, because you just want a tier 9, I guess the M103 is your tank. I guess. It doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't really fit a niche. You can't really push a flank with this thing, because you will get penned, no matter what. And I think that I was going for my top gun here, and I shoot high and bounce off the Ag Tiger, so I don't actually think that I get it, and we'll go on over to the score screen. And here we go, over at that game's score screen, and I don't know how that was a mastery. I really don't. And I guess that's kind of how, I feel about this tank. I mean, sure, it was a mastery. Sure, I did 4,600 damage, but it didn't really feel like I deserved it. I don't know. But I did get 1,200 base experience, 1,276. I ended up making 42,000. The nice thing about this tank, the gun has plenty of pen, so you actually don't have to fire any heat, and you make pretty good money on this tank if you play pretty well. And yeah, 5 kills. Basically no damage blocked by armor. Everything that hit me pretty much went through. I mean, that's kind of how it's going to work with this tank. I would recommend it if you like to play Peekabo, if you like to try to go up in tank, but honestly, those go right through your turret. If they know where to shoot you, it's pretty sad. It's kind of like the British tank destroyer line with the Cupola Commander's Hatch kind of thing. But guys, I didn't think this tank was horrible. I just don't really recommend it. It's kind of, like I said, kind of meh. So guys, hope you did enjoy. This has been JackTech45, signing out. Peace.